So let's begin. All right. So the first and foremost that I always do when we are in a live session is to mute other participants so that there is no disturbance, neither any chaos. So first and foremost, a very good morning to all of you. A very warm welcome from my end. I am Dr. Sangeeta Das from Vastu Chakra, and I welcome you all to this 3-day free Vastu course. So what is the structure of this process? Like in this 3-day Vastu course, what are we going to do? What are we going to learn? First and foremost, I'll try my best to teach you the basic fundamentals of Vastu. In this free session itself, we will be discussing the remedies as well. The remedies for toilets, the remedies for the kitchen. At the same time, on the last day, that is on Friday, you all can ask any sort of queries that you have. It's not like that you cannot ask today or tomorrow, you can ask. But on Friday, I'll dedicatedly specify, like I'll give that session entirely to your question answers. Are you guys ready? So all you have to do is when I'm speaking, in order to know that you guys are active or not, just raise your thumb. That's it, nothing else. If you're following me, just give me a thumbs up that you are through this much. Can I just know if you're following? Thank you. Thank you. So let's begin with the process. As I told you, for this session, you would be requiring a notebook and a pen to note down few important things. Most of you might have learned Vastu earlier, and some of you might be completely new to this topic. So you need not worry. In both the cases, I'll help you to sail smoothly through your doubts. Chalo. So we are discussing Vastu. In every session, the first and the foremost fundamental thing is, what do you mean by this Vastu? Vastu, as you all know, is a Samas word. What do you mean by Samas, Shabd? It's a combination of two terms. One part of the terminology is Vas, other part is Tu. As you can just see on my right hand side, it's Vastu, V-A-S-T-U. So VAS has got a different meaning because these terminologies have got a Sanskrit origin. And these days, we put it down in the Hindi scriptures. So Vas. And the other terminology is Tu. Since we are dealing with our own ancient culture and tradition, so yes, these terminologies do have a specific significance in Sanskrit as well as in Hindi. I normally prefer to use my whiteboard while teaching. So do let me know. Vedji, you have raised your hand. Is it a doubt or something? And yes, those who are joined live at this session right now, if you have any query at any point of time, please do write it in the chat box. I'll go through it. Good morning, Praveenji. Good morning. All right. So where was I? I was telling you about Vastu. Yeah, I love to prefer the whiteboard while teaching. So the first set or segment of words is Vas, the other one is Tu. So what do you mean by Vas? The place where you reside. The place where you reside. That means the place of your residence. And what do you mean by Tu? Tu refers to the rules and regulations of the place where you reside. All right. So I'll explain it once again. It has got two terminologies combined. One is Vas. Vas means the place where you reside. Vas. Vas, Nivas, the stan, the place where you reside. And two is what are the rules and regulations that govern in the place where you are residing. So over here, there is a different aspect to it. See, the place where you are residing has got many elements surrounding you. The house where you stay, you have got n number of objects. The place, the society where you stay, it has got n number of elements surrounding you. The society, the atmosphere around you has got various elements involved. So every element together comprises your Vastu. I think this was pretty much self-explanatory. You were able to figure out that what is the meaning of Vastu and what all objects and elements can affect you. So who all can affect you? Everybody. To be very precise, anything and everything that is present in your house, till the things that are present even surrounding your society, your building, surrounding the place where you are staying. So this is your Vastu. So this is what we get the terminology from Sanskrit or from Hindi. Now, second thing is, if you have to understand this scientifically, so what do you mean by Vastu? Vastu is nothing less than energies. Invisible, yet very, very powerful energies. So in this 3-day course, our objective will be to decode these energies. All right, next. When I speak of energies, where do these energies come from? I said these are invisible. So where are these energy sources? Energy sources at least has to be visible. Then only these energies can become invisible. So where are these energy sources? Can we see some of the energy sources? Yes, we can see some of the energy sources, and these energy sources are called as elements. And these 5 elements are present around us. They are called as Pancha Tattva or 5 elements. These 5 elements are nothing but some people refer to it as nature. Some people call it as Paramatma. Some people call it as God. They have got different names in different segments. So basically, scientifically, these are 5 elements. So what are those names of those 5 elements? One is water, followed by air, fire, earth, and finally, space. So these are the 5 powerful elements, and these elements create that energy that we are talking about. That powerful energy. So what is present around you? None other than these 5 elements. At least for us, these are the 5 visible sources which are creating our 5 Vastu elements. Now, these elements have got their specific characteristics, like they have their own colors, they have their own metals. So we will be figuring out what colors do these elements represent. Water, as you all know, is blue in color. Air, as you all know, is green in color. Fire, as such, is red. Earth is represented by yellow. Space is represented by white. So how do you decode this thing? How do you decode the colors of these elements? If you see anything that is blue around you, that is water element. If you see anything green around you, that is air element. If you see anything red around you, that is fire element. If you see anything yellow or white around you, those are earth and space element respectively. Now here we come to a very, very important question. You have got plants in your house. You have got garden in your home. You have got a beautiful scenic view around your place. So what is the color of that thing? It is green in color, isn't it? So those are air elements. That's how we decode which elements are governing which objects or which activities. Following so far? People, is it clear so far? Like, what is the meaning of Vastu? It's followed by what are the 5 elements, or how some elements do govern our Vastu. See, I'm not saying that there are just 5 elements. There can be more elements, more than 5. But the elements which are visible to us, which we know, which are an essential part of our body, we are just discussing those. I hope things are clear to you. Now, why are we studying Vastu? What is the objective of doing Vastu? Fine, like Vastu is your place of residence, the rules and regulations that will govern your place. So you are going to get affected by it. And there are certain 5 elements which are going to control your life. But the question is, why do you have to do Vastu? Can someone please answer? Why are you looking forward to do Vastu? Can someone please write it in the chat box? Yes, Sakshi ji, please, can you write it in the chat box? Why are we doing Vastu? To channelize the energy. Very, very apt answer. Everyone wants everything in a positive way. You want positivity around you. You don't want obstruction. You don't want difficulties around you. So you need to channelize these 5 elements, which are in other ways called as those very, very vital energies, to flow in a very proper way around you. Now, if you bring down like this particular answer, then I would like to give 3 important points, which will be relatable to any person who is new to this field of Vastu. Why do you have to do Vastu? I give 3 important reasons why you should be doing the Vastu. So let's note it down. Why you should be doing Vastu? The question is, why Vastu? So there are 3 important things why one must be doing Vastu. First one is a good mindset. Who doesn't want a good mindset? Everybody wants it. I'll be discussing this in a short while. Good health set. And the last one is good relation. These are the 3 most important things in your life. There is nothing more important than these things in your life. Let me first explain you, then I know there is a very fundamental query which everyone asks. So I'll just address to that query also. First of all, if you are doing the Vastu of your place, you have a good mindset. You know, the only important organ that is very, very important for a human body is none other than the brain. If this thing is not working, you can never do anything that you desire. So you need to be in the right frame of mindset when you are working. Because this is the only organ from where you take the important decisions of your life. This is the only organ of your body which helps you to live a very, very peaceful life, which helps you to live a desireful life. Second one, good health set. Who doesn't want to be healthy? Everyone desires or aims to be healthy. They do not want to be governed with diseases around them. When the corona pandemic attacked this entire humanity, everyone just tried to come out of it because no one wants to feel sick. And the last part is good relation. Who doesn't want to maintain a good relation? Do you want to fight in a society and leave? Nobody wants to do that. When there are 10 people staying in a house, do you want them to quarrel all the time? And if there are 2 people staying in a house, do you want to stop talking? Do you want them to quarrel? No. So by doing Vastu, this is what I always suggest. I always give my client this advice, that get the Vastu of your house done, learn the basic principles, have a healthy mindset, healthy health set, and a healthy relationship. Now that $1,000,000 question which everyone asks me, ma'am, what about money? Won't we get money if we are doing Vastu? My dear friends, let me answer this very simple question. If you are having a very good mindset, if you are having a very good health set, if you are having a very good relationship, do you think money will not come to you? Isn't it a very, very important question? Money cannot govern the other things, but these three things can govern money. If money comes to you, your mind won't function in a right way. Most of people think in this way that if money comes to me, then, my mind will be very sharp and I'll start thinking in the right fragment. No, it never happens. The other way around is always true. If you are having a sharp mindset, if you are having a skilled mindset, if you are having a disciplined mindset, then only you will be able to earn loads and loads of money. If you are healthy, then only you can enjoy your money. If you are having a good relationship, then only you will do a very good interaction of that money. Without these three things, money has got no role. So we can say the secondary aspect of Vastu is money, but not the primary aspect. The primary objective of Vastu is always, this is what I feel, will give you a good health, will give you a good mind, will give you a good relationship. Money will eventually come. And a quick advice to all of you, don't run after money. The more you run after money, it will also start running far away from you. So you should not do that. So far, all good? Are you able to follow what I'm teaching? Because I cannot see most of you on camera. Maybe it's since it's morning, so everyone is having a lazy morning, probably. So I cannot see anybody. Yeah, I can see SK Verma ji. Good morning. So yes, it's lovely, lovely. Praveen ji, good morning, good morning. It's lovely to see you all on screen. So are you following so far? All good? Can I proceed? Okay, fine. Now, these basic fundamentals are clear. What is Vastu? What are the 5 elements in Vastu? Why do you need Vastu? Now, a very quick checking of these elements in your house. Won't you like to do that? I said we are governed by 5 elements. So won't you like to check where are these 5 elements present in your house and are they properly functioning or not? Because you will get a healthy mindset, body, and a relationship provided these 5 elements are in smooth functioning. Chalo. So how to check? Yeah, it's okay. Those who are in office, it's absolutely fine. No worries at all. I was just asking if you can come on screen, then I can have a glimpse of how you guys are doing. It's okay. It's absolutely fine. No worries at all. I can understand. It's morning time. So yes. So don't you want to check like whether the elements in your house are in the right set or not? How to do that? There's a very, very simple way to check whether the 5 elements are functioning properly at your place or not. Let me quickly go to the whiteboard. All right. So what are the 5 elements that I discussed? The first one is water. How to check the water at your place? What are the sources of water at your place? Mostly they are from taps, right? That comes directly from the water supply. And you must be having a filter. These days it is called as AquaGuard, RO, or something of this sort. Those who are staying in their own houses, that is in bungalows or in permanent places, they would be having their water tanks. Overhead, underground, boring, various ways. So these are the sources of water at your place. Now my question to you is there any problem in your taps? Is there any problem in your filter? Is there any problem in those water tanks? Is there any problem in the flow of water? Is there any blockage? Or is there any leakage? Are you facing this type of issues at your place? Then your water element is getting affected. This is very simple how you can check the Vastu of your home. If you are facing any type of water leakage or water blockage from any of these sources, because for us, rivers, lakes, sea, oceans are not the sources of water. For us, the taps are the sources. The filtering device from where we take the drinking water, that is the source. The water tank or the boring that you have at your place, that is the source of water for you. So are you having any sort of problem in these elements? Because they are the sources of water for you. If yes, then your water element is having problem. All right. Now here there is something else also I would like to say. How many of you have experienced this happening with you? Say, for example, you are in the bathroom and suddenly the water goes off and you start screaming right from your bathroom that I'm taking a bath and I'm having no water at all. Have you ever experienced this type of situation? Now that is also a sign of water element getting disturbed. Okay, that is also a sign of water element getting disturbed. Sakshi ji is asking, ma'am, what about the direction of elements? We'll definitely discuss. We'll just discuss after this. I'll just have to give you a preliminary idea because this is very, very important. This gives you an indication. Water element has got some specified directions, but when there is some disturbance in the water, it can take place anywhere because these elements have a strong hold over the directions. Directions come below these elements. So I'm just following the chronology. So far clear? So this is how you can check your water element. Second, coming to the air element. How do you check the air element? By fresh air? Oxygen? Greenery? Could be a lot more things to check the air element at your place. Now the question is, do you get a feeling or a sense of fresh air at your place? And see, when I say at your place, doesn't mean that it should be your home only. If you're spending 8 to 10 hours in your office, then your office also has got a major role to play. Vastu doesn't mean just your home. Vastu means where you're giving your energies. What is your place of reside? Place of reside doesn't say it has to be your residence only. Because right now, we have come out of that Corona pandemic. During Corona, we all were at our places. Right now, we travel to office. We travel to various places. We commute. So the maximum time wherever you spend, the Vastu of that place affects you. Here is a quick tip for all of you. Your energies always remain the same. So whatever is the Vastu of your place, you attract the same place at your office also. You attract the same Vastu wherever you go because it is your energy. Your water, air, fire, earth, and space attracts those type of energies. Second thing is air. Do you get fresh air at your place? Do you have a fresh oxygen flowing at your place? Do you have greenery when you open your window curtains or your door curtains or your balconies? If yes, your air element is very, very healthy. If no, your air element is not that strong. So what should you do in this case? Because given the modern lifestyle where everyone is residing, not everyone is very lucky to get all these things. So make it a habit to get up early in the morning and go for a morning walk where you can see the greenery around you. The more you see greenery around you, the more you balance the air element within you. Next element, fire. How do you check the fire element? How do you check the fire element? Fire, we can see it in the kitchen. For us, the fire is in the kitchen. We can also see the fire in the form of burning. But what type of things are you going to burn? It could be a matchstick that you can burn, or you can burn camphors at your place. You can burn candles, burn diyas. So this can be considered as a form of fire element. But the biggest source of fire element at our place is kitchen. What is apart from that, the fire element that everyone can see? That is sun. By sun, I mean the sun, which rises every day in the morning in the east direction. So the question to you is, do you have a healthy sunlight? By healthy sunlight means when the sunlight comes to your place, can you see the sun along with the sun rays? Is your balconies, or are your windows, your balconies facing towards the east? Unless and until those things are not facing towards the east, you cannot have the morning sunlight. Or even if they are facing towards the west, then in the afternoon time, like between 4 to 5 o'clock, you will again get the sunlight. So the question is, do you get healthy amount of sunlight at your place? That is very important. And by kitchen, is your kitchen located in the right direction? What is the right direction for the kitchen location? It should be between southeast to south. That is the right direction for the placement of kitchen. If your kitchen is in between southeast to south and you have got ample amount of sunlight coming to your place in the morning or in the afternoons, that is simply implies that your fire element is very much balanced. But if none of these are available with you, that means the fire element is disturbed. So what is the remedy in that case? Again, get up early in the morning, make sure you see the rising sun or the sun in the afternoon for 5 to 10 minutes daily. That would balance the fire element in your body. Some of you might be asking, ma'am, it's rainy season, what to do? No worries. You can sit beside the heater, provided if you don't have the kitchen in the right zone, then just have a heater, steam, or something of that sort, which can give you warmth. Sit beside it for 5 to 10 minutes in the rainy season or in the winters where you can't see the sun for some time. Done. Next is the earth element. How do you check out the earth element at your place? How do you check out the earth element at your place? Earth is sturdiness, solidness. So how do you check this earth element? Your flooring. The flooring of your house is earth element. Apart from that, what else is earth element? The legs of the furniture. The furniture legs. And anything which is heavy at your place represents earth element. So how to check whether your earth element is fit and fine? Yes, almiras, anything that is heavy. And when you speak of almiras, Sakshiji, when you're asking it is almiras, the legs of the almiras will play a very important role. So how to check whether the earth element in your home is perfectly balanced or not? Simple way. Do you have any cracks in your flooring? Do you have any cracks in your walls? I'm not talking about hair-like cracks. Everybody has got cracks at their place. Provided if you're staying at your place for a very long period of time, the cement, at least if you're staying in India, then it's a common thing to see the cemented portion, they will start showing some minor cracks. Hair-like cracks are definitely visible. So that's not a matter of concern. What I'm asking you is, do you have got big cracks? Do you have got holes? Do you have got uneven flooring surface? If that's the case, your earth element is disturbed. How to check the furniture? I said check the legs of the furniture. Are they shaky in nature? Some people have dining table, when they sit on the dining table all of a sudden becomes very shaky. That's a sign of an unbalanced earth element. Say, for example, you're sitting on one of your chairs and it makes a squeaky noise. Unbalanced earth element. You sit on the bed and the bed starts shaking, no matter it's made of complete wood, still it's shaking. That's unbalanced earth element. You open the almirah and the almirah is shaking. It happens at multiple places because the legs are not properly balanced. They become shaky. It can happen even with refrigerator or with any other heavy appliances present at your place. If that's the case, then your earth element is unbalanced. It's getting disturbed. What is the remedy? You have to rectify it. Because earth element is associated with your luck. If you see these type of problems, your luck is starting getting to affect. Last but not the least is the space element. So how to check the space element? None other than your ceiling, your rooftop area, the ceiling area. There should be no cracks. And if you are staying in an independent house, the surface of the terrace, that should be very, very smooth. It should not be uneven. You should not have loads of clutter on your terrace area, provided if you're staying in an independent house or in a bungalow. Because space element getting affected means there is some problem with your manifestation. Manifestation as in whatever you desire, you may not get those things getting fulfilled. So this was a very, very short description. Actually, I explained to you in a very, very detailed way. But yes, this is a very, very short description of what these 5 elements can represent at your place. And for this day 1 session, what you can do is you can just go and check how the objects are placed at your place. I mean, objects are placed at your place. So far clear? Those who are associated with me, are you able to follow so far? All right. Others, I hope you have not started sleeping because early morning classes are very difficult to handle. I can understand. Shall we proceed now? Chalo. Now you know what are the 5 elements. Now, next comes this very important question, which everyone is waiting for. We know what these 5 elements are. But what directions do these elements represent? You're all very anxious to figure out. So first and foremost, you should check these elements, 5 elements at your place, universally, everywhere, not to for any specific direction. You must check it throughout your place. Your water taps can be anywhere. They need not be necessary in that particular direction, which is governed by water. That's not what I asked you to do. You have to check water element throughout. You have to check air element throughout. You have to check all the elements throughout. After that, you can start decoding the elements with their directions. Okay, so let us start with the concept of directions. How the concept of direction starts? Very fundamental. It all starts with the sun. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So first and foremost, I also have to tell you how to check the direction at your place. If you do not have a mobile compass at present, then just do a quick exercise and figure out the various directions of your place. What are you supposed to do? You have to stand at the center of your house. You have to stand at the center of your house. It may not be a dot or something. Just make sure you're standing at the center of your place. Let's say this is your house. All you have to do is you stand at the center of your house. Somewhere you stand at the center. Can be here, 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 somewhere. Just stand at the center of your house. What are you supposed to do next? From the center of your house, try to figure out in which direction the sun rises. Everybody knows in which direction the sun rises with respect to their home. So let's say the sun rises here. Okay, so this is your position and you are standing at the center of your house and you're facing towards the direction where the sun rises. So the direction in which the sun rises, yeah, sometimes, the sun might even rise in an angular position. The sun might rise over here also. So you have to face accordingly. But understand this exercise. So you have to stand at the center of your house and face towards the direction where the sun rises. So the direction right in front of you is east. The direction right at your back is west. Stretch out your hands. Your right hand always represents south and your left hand always represents north. Try to remember one of the hands. Like I particularly prefer to remember the right hand. If I'm standing at the center of the house and I'm facing towards the east direction, the right hand is always south. So remember just the right hand. And if you're comfortable with the left hand, just remember one of them. Likewise, once you've figured out these directions, the mid of the directions can be easily figured out. North, south, east, and west are called as the cardinal directions or the major directions. The midpoint of these major directions are called as major corners. So first one is major directions, which is north, east, south, and west. Then comes major corners, which will be northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. So in between north and east is northeast, south and east is southeast, South and west is southwest. North and west is northwest. Clear? Now, there is one more thing that you must know before I move on to the directions. These are the direction representation. But when we are working in Vastu, we have to go with the values. Mathematical values. They are very, very important. That everyone should know. So we consider, conventional wise, standard wise, we consider north as 0 degree. If you have ever come across any compass, speak of any compass in your life, or even if you pick up your mobile compass, you will see a red color marking wherever it is written north. So standardization has been done by giving north as 0 degrees. Even yes, there is a scientific reason behind it. Maybe I can discuss it in tomorrow's class, but today you all are interested about knowing some of the directions. So I'll just quickly speak this out and move out to the directions. So north is standardized to be as 0 degrees. So whenever you hold any compass across the world, north will always point to 0 degree, and always a compass will try to figure out first the north direction. So from there, you can map out the various other directions. So if north is 0, you should know the degrees for the remaining directions as well. All right. So I'll just quickly mark you the different directions. So if north is 0, and yes, you always have to move in a clockwise fashion. Your movement should always be clockwise. I don't know, there is some issue with my writing thing. I don't know, why is it? All of you, can you see my writing? Just raise your hand in case if you're facing any problem with my writing. Writing is fine because I'm writing, but I don't know what has happened to my writing pad. It's showing some sort of problem. All right. It always travels in a clockwise manner. So I'll just draw a miniature form over here. So if this is your north and I travel in the clockwise manner, I get east on the right hand side. I get south after east. Then I get further right west. So if north is 0 degree, east becomes 90 degree because 360 divided by 4. So east is 90 degrees ahead of north. South is again 90 degrees ahead of east. So that makes 180, and west is 270 degrees. This you should know. This is a fundamental thing and everyone must know it. What is something else that everyone should know? Once you have figured out the values for the major directions or the cardinal directions, you must know the values for the major corners as well. So if north is at 0 degree, again, north is always at 0 degree. The major corners are associated at 45 degrees. So this is 45. Now the major corners are again quadrant to one another. So they have a difference of 90 degrees. So this is 45. This becomes 135. This becomes, can anyone tell me? We are doing calculations, 225, and this becomes 315. So you must remember the values for all these 8 directions. Yes, you have to remember. Do not ever think that, oh, this is mathematics and I should not know it. No, this has got nothing to do with mathematics. This is basic fundamental direction knowledge that everyone must have it. If north is 0, northeast is 45, east is 90, southeast is 135, south is 180. Together they have a difference of 45 degrees in between them. Has everyone followed so far? Yes, people, are you there? Have you followed? Okay, very good. Let's proceed. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'll draw these 8 directions. And let us know which element governs which direction. So we'll move on to a fresh page. And let's quickly make these 8 directions. So let's start writing them. Let me use a different color pen. This is north. This is east, south, and west. These are the major directions. And these are the major corners. Chalo. Let us start writing the elements. North. North is governed by water. Northeast, governed by water. East, air. Southeast, fire. That's why I told you, kitchen is the right place. The right place for kitchen is from southeast till south, because south is also under fire. So this area, basically this area is very, very good for having a kitchen. By kitchen means you have to place a gas burner. Kitchen doesn't mean that you have everything except the gas burner. Kitchen means everything with the gas burner. Southwest, earth. This is space. Now coming to northwest, I call it as the ether of your house. The most vital, important directions are the corners: northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. They are the stalwarts or the pillars of your house. And that doesn't mean that northeast, south, and west are not important. They are definitely important, but they also require the help of these four corners. And out of these four corners, northeast and southwest, let me use a different color, northeast and southwest, for a strong magnetic line. Because the entire magnetic line passes from northeast to southwest. Yes, for that, you have to understand the Earth's inclination, like that 22.5 degrees and the magnetic lines coming out. If possible, I'll explain it. Just do ask me sometime, I'll just explain it. So this forms, this line is a very, very strong magnetic line. That is why it is said, no kitchen, no toilet. I think if you have seen my videos ever, so this is why I say no kitchen, no toilet, no utility, no storage, no dustbin in this particular area. You should not have it because a very, very strong magnetic line passes through that. The next in line is, the next strongest magnetic line is of southeast and northwest. Not that strong, because the strongest one is over here, but that is equally important. But out of southeast and northwest, this northwest is called as the ether. What do you mean by ether? You guys are not able to see my screen? Is it so? Can someone please confirm? Can you see my screen? Sakshi ji, Praveen ji, SK Verma ji, can you see my screen? You can see my screen, right? No. I actually didn't do anything at all. So what I can do is I have stopped sharing. I can reshare it again, but you should be able to see my screen. Can somebody just do a thumbs up and tell me if you can see the screen? Okay, many people have replied that they can see my screen. Yes, thank you. Sakshi ji, I guess just refresh your browser. You'll be able to see the screen. All right, I call northwest as the ether of your house. What do you mean by this ether? Ether is the creator of life form, not just the creator. The other way around is also true. So the corners have their own importance, but the most important ones are northeast to southwest. All so far clear? Can we proceed further? We have got just 5 more minutes. We can just complete a couple of discussions about the major directions. Just let me know. Can I proceed? Okay, all I can do today is I can teach you what is the significance or what is the objective of a kitchen and a toilet? All right. And tomorrow we will discuss all the attributes of all the directions. John, let me just tell you what is the objective of a kitchen and a toilet. Fine. First one, I'll discuss toilet. The question is, what is this toilet? Is it an element? Will you consider toilet as an element? And here I am writing it as kitchen. I'm really sorry for this trouble that I'm having with my writing board. I hope to rectify it. I don't know what is troubling it. So can you call the kitchen or the toilet as an element? Can somebody answer in the chat box? Can I call kitchen as an element? Can I call toilet as an element? Okay. People are actually answering yes. Right, all right, all right. Okay. Before I tell you about the difference between this kitchen and toilet, a quick answer to this question only that I just asked you. You can say, all right, Sakshi ji, I just read your answer. You said that toilet is water element and kitchen will be fire. All right, I'll just clarify that doubt. First, let me tell you something. I hope you know what are elements, because this entire class I have dedicated to elements. So you know what are elements, right? Water, fire, air, space, earth. All right, these are the names of the different type of elements. When you say someone has elements, they must be the source of those elements. All right, when I told taps are your water element, because you won't get water anywhere apart from the taps at your place. That is why they are elements. Correct? When I say kitchen, by kitchen I mean the gas burner, you won't get fire anywhere at your place apart from the gas burner. Now, when I speak of toilet, by toilet I mean the toilet. I'm not talking about the bathing area. I'm talking about the disposal area. I'm speaking about the WC. I'm talking about the commode. Will I consider it as a water element? Because water comes from the taps. But we are discussing about the toilet. Are you getting this difference? People, those who are live right now, could you just figure out what I just told you? Kitchen will give you fire. Will toilet give you water? Come on. I just asked you in a very, very straight way. You know the answers now, isn't it? If gas burner can give you fire, yes, kitchen is a fire element. I agree. But I doubt the toilet can give you water. So I do not regard it as a water element. All right. So what is toilet? Activity. If something, I have used these terminologies. I have told you object, activity, element. If I cannot put the toilet in the element category, then definitely it has to fall under the activity category. What is the activity of the toilet? Disposal. It's a disposal. It is the essential requirement of any house. No human can survive without the placement of the toilets. So it's one of the essential activity that has to take place in everyone's house. Is this thing crystal clear to everyone? So if one is an activity, another one is an element. So let us quickly go to our column and complete the fact. So toilet is an activity and kitchen is an element. What type of element it is? Fire. That is pretty much clear. What type of activity is this? Disposal. So far clear? It is a disposal activity. This is it. If you have understood this much, means you have understood the placement of kitchen and toilet at your place, right? So if the toilet is present in any direction at your place, by your place means your house. So we are considering this major 8 directions over here. Let's say the toilet is placed anywhere at your place. Let's say the toilet is in the north direction because we are supposed to begin with north. Let's say the toilet is in the north direction. So what is the objective of toilet? Toilet placed anywhere will do what? Will do the task of flushing. Will do the task of flushing. Will do the task of disposing. Clear? So basically you can say toilet present anywhere will do the task of flushing the properties of that direction. Now you must be wondering what are the properties of that direction. That we can only discuss it tomorrow because it's already 10. So I will teach you. I'll teach you that thing tomorrow. So it'll flush the properties of that direction. Crystal clear. Kitchen. What is kitchen? Kitchen is fire element. Wherever you have fire, you have money. Wherever you have fire, you have food. Wherever you have fire, you have energies. So wherever you have kitchen, what will it do? What will you do? You will burn your energy to achieve that property. I'll again come back to the screen. I'll explain you. Toilet is a flushing activity, disposal activity. Wherever the toilet is present, its main objective is to flush out the properties of the direction where it is present. What is kitchen? Kitchen is fire element. Fire is money, fire is food, fire is energy. Wherever the kitchen is present, you will see, I have used the terminology burn. You can even rephrase it. You will have to consume. You will have to consume what? You will have to consume your energy. You will have to invest your energy. You will have to invest your money to achieve the properties of that direction. Is this clear? Just let me know. Guys, you can come on screen. Like it's already 10 o'clock. You can just come on screen if you have followed so far. Did you understand the difference? Could you figure out, could you understand the difference? Toilet will dispose everything. It will ask you to dispose everything. Everything and anything that is present in that particular direction. And what will kitchen ask you? Kitchen will say, give me your energy, give me your money, give me your food. Then I will give you the task done. Clear? Obviously, energy, always remember Newton's third law. You have to invest something in order to get back something. All right. If you have any queries regarding today's session, how was today's session? Could you follow so far? Because I conduct these type of free sessions sometime now and then. So could you follow the classes? If you have any queries, quickly you can type it in the chat box. I'll go through. We have 2 more days of this free session. Tomorrow and day after, 9 o'clock in the morning for the English session. If you want to follow the Hindi session, then it is today, tomorrow, and day after at 5:30 in the evening. So what are you supposed to do? First of all, you must fill the Google form. I think everyone must have filled the Google form. Have you filled the Google form? If no, just message me a hi at this number. I'll send you the Google form. I'll give you the links that you have to follow to subscribe in order to get these links. If you have any queries, please do ask. Sakshi ji has a question. Toilets have taps. We get water from them too. Yes, we do get water from taps. But for what? For carrying out your disposal activity only. The taps that are present in your toilets, they are not the essential source of water for you. At least the toilet taps. Yes, if you can say the kitchen taps, you need the water for cooking, you need the water for cleaning, you need the water for washing. bathing area, bathroom taps, you need the water for having a bath. But what for? Like, what are the utilization of the taps that are present in the toilet? You have to understand it in this way. You can have multiple taps in the toilet area, but what is the significance? Right? Yes. Thank you. Any other queries, people, you have? People seem to be smiling, so I think they have understood. You can just type it. Type it. Please type it. I'll go through your questions if you have anything. No queries, I guess. All right. Then see you tomorrow. And yes, if you have any queries, you can follow me on Facebook, or you can subscribe to my Telegram channel. If you have any queries out there, just type in. I'll reply to it. All right. And the recording of this session, in case you've missed it, the earlier part or the initial part, you'll get it on the YouTube channel. Just fill that Google form. I'll give you the link. Where can you get these recordings and where can you get the Zoom link? So see you tomorrow. Till then,